Hello, lovely people. Hello, hello. Happy Wednesday. I hope you're all having a lovely week and a lovely day. So, I have just shuffled a couple of decks and pulled some cards out, and we've only got a couple of each. So, we'll see where this is going. For some reason, I want to start from the bottom, so I'm going to start from the bottom. We've got two sets here. I'm going to put it this way. So let's see where we're going with this. General advice. Oh, okay. So there's a lot of stuff going on this week, is there? We've got a lot of people not sleeping very well, disturbed sleep, bad dreams, a lot of worry going round and round and round in your mind, keeping you up at night. Maybe you're waking up in the night with this going round in your head. It's waking you up. It's almost like all consuming your thoughts, whatever this situation is or whatever this problem or issue is. But how you're feeling, it's really like consuming you, and you're thinking about it lots. And even when you're trying to put it out your head and not think about it, your mind keeps wandering back to it, to the point where, as I think I said, it's disturbing your sleep. You're not getting the best sleep. I mean, this could be more than one issue, but I feel for some of you, there is this one significant issue that's going round and round in your mind, whereas others, there could be several things going on, and it's just all going round in your head, and it's just on a loop constantly. What's coming with this is boundaries. You absolutely need to set some boundaries for yourself. You need to do something for you. Everybody has different things that help them shut their mind down, fall asleep watching something on the TV, listening to something, listen to a guided meditation, something that your mind can focus on so that it's not going round and round and round and round. Something to help you dull out all the noise and just listen to your inner self for a little while. Some boundaries as well. I'm getting pulled to the word boundaries, not just the doing something to help you dull out the noise, but your own boundaries. I feel like some of these situations are asking a lot of you, and you're giving and giving and giving and giving, and you're just drained. You're exhausted. You're running on empty, but you need to keep running, because if you don't keep running, what's the alternative? You need to take a little bit of time for yourself, which is easy to say and hard to do. There needs to just be that little bit of downtime. I also all of a sudden are feeling like some of you, they're basically taking the pee. They are asking you to run about and do everything while they're kind of sitting back, and you do it because you're kind hearted, good natured, you don't mind helping, but they know that. And it's like, I almost feel like in this situation, it's a situation where they needed you to go the distance for a while, whatever reason. Maybe it was due to an illness, an injury, something, some change in their life, and they weren't doing okay for a time period. But it's like now they can start doing a little bit more for themselves, and they're quite happy to sit back. They've got into that I can sit back because you can do it sort of routine, if that makes sense to any of you. Remember, this is a collective reading, so take what resonates and read and leave what doesn't. But that is definitely what I'm kind of feeling towards this. And it's almost that trying to find a middle ground. You don't ever want to see somebody stuck. You don't want to leave somebody hanging. But at the same time, you need to do what's right for you too. So if you're doing something for somebody every day of the week, maybe there's, one day you say, do you know what, I actually have an appointment that day, I can't come that day. And you say anything, say whatever, tell the truth if you want. I'm exhausted, I'm taking that day for me. Some people will see that as selfish and react to it. Sometimes I've said, I've got an appointment that day, I can't make it. And then I don't get asked too many questions, and I don't get felt like, the guilt trip of, oh, go on, or just for a little while, or just for this, or just for that. I'm sure you all know what I mean. So sometimes I've been guilty of the little white lie. I'm not condoning lying, absolutely not. If it's somebody where you can just say the truth to, do you know, I'm absolutely exhausted, and that's going to be the only day. I'm so busy every other day. That's going to be the only day where I'm going to be able to stop for a day. Then you need to kind of lay that boundary down and give yourself that time, as well as we all have our own little things that we can do to help us sleep. And you're going to know yourself what it is that you do to try and help your mind settle and help you sleep. But definitely, you need the rest. You need the pause. Absolutely. What else do we have? Well. Isn't this a lovely couple of cards? We've got the Devil card coming out. We've got the Devil energy coming through. So the Devil energy is usually, what are you not seeing? What's going on round about you? What conflict's been happening, or manipulation's been happening, or lies have been being told, or who's pulling strings that you suspect something's happening in the background behind this situation or behind this person, but it's just, you just suspect it. You don't know for sure, you just suspect it. I feel like that's your intuition pointing you in the right direction of, yes, there's more to this. This isn't how it looks. This isn't how it's coming across. There is absolutely something going on behind this situation. And I would say to everybody at all times, trust what you feel. And if you feel like there's more to something, there usually is. And I'm a great believer in nothing's ever how it looks. There's always more depth to a situation. Whether that's good or bad, there's always more depth. Things are never usually as they appear. Even people who appear to have the perfect life and have all their shit together, there's generally, stuff going on behind the scenes where it's often not always the case, or it takes a monumental effort to pull off looking that calm, cool and collect. Now, I feel there are multiple situations going on at the moment, upsetting emotional situations, and there's manipulation. There is absolutely manipulation. There's somebody manipulating the situation behind the scenes, and they're doing it so well that they think that nobody's really noticed. But you've noticed, you've picked up on it, you suspect, you absolutely suspect. And what guidance is coming with this? Well, I know this card says financial health, but this card's not just about finances, although it could possibly be. Possibly one of the manipulations is tied to finances. But it could also be growth. That there's growth coming, that somebody's going through this growth period in their life where the person involved in the manipulation is supposed to be the one that sees it, and maybe they're not. Maybe you're going to give them the insight that they're looking for. You're going to give them that little bit of clarity, a little bit of hope. This is a difficult situation, I feel. Whatever this situation is, it's difficult. It's tricky for sure. You'll notice this tree is also twists and turns. I'm being very drawn to that. So it's not going to be the easiest road ahead. I feel like there's more than one person involved in this, and it's just not going to be an easy road ahead. It's going to be a lot of he said, she said nonsense, and it's just not going to be easy. But once you get further down the road, once things start coming to the surface, truths start to be revealed, there's going to be a huge shift. There's going to be a change. Now, I've just picked up the deck. I've just cut the deck randomly. The world. Everything's going to shift. Everything's going to change, as I was saying. There's going to be a huge shift in this situation, but not yet. There's a little twist and a little road to go, and then there's going to be a huge shift in this situation. Now, whoa. No thank you. What we're not seeing about this situation at the back of the deck, because I'd cut it to get that one, the Queen of Swords. She's very knowing, very knowledgeable. She's very strong. She has walked through the trenches. She has walked through the crap in life, and she's walked out the other side with her strength. And I want to put this to you. I want to put this to you. You're strong. You're seeing through everything that's going on. Your mind's been racing, but you're seeing through it. This is you. You have the strength. There's a lot of blue in this card as well. You've been debating for some time whether to speak up about this situation, because it's just suspicions. You've been waiting to find out whether you can know for sure, or know how other parties feel, or something. There's something you're waiting for. You're not wrong to wait for it. Keep an eye on things. I do feel there's a twist coming in the road. And lastly, victory. The change. The change is coming. The change that's coming is going to change this whole situation, this whole dynamic. Stay strong, stay in your power. You know what's going on. You can see through the BS. The change is coming. The shift. There is a twist coming that's going to flip things around completely, and things will be seen differently. The turn is coming. Stay strong. Stay rooted in your truth. Stay rooted in what you know. Don't let anyone convince like you're making it up or you're crazy or you're not seeing things right. You absolutely are. And it's all going to come out and the change is coming. Victory, success. It's going to head down the successful road. It's going to be all right. There's going to be a positive outcome. It might not feel like it when this twist in the road hits, but there's going to be a positive outcome to this situation. Stay strong. There's a change coming, a positive outcome, and boundaries. And take the love. And thank you for listening to my message. I hope you have a lovely day. Lots of love.